What's going on, everyone? It's Mr. West. I hope we're all well. So welcome to my Asus Zenfone 5 unboxing and first impressions video. Be really looking forward to getting hold of this, and this has just been released in the UK. So this is a UK spec model. It's been available from Chinese importers for a little while now. So in this video, we're just going to do a quick unboxing, a quick tour through the UI, and just a very brief look at the camera. Let's get into the unboxing camera and check out this great looking phone and see what it's all about. So here it is, the Asus Zenfone 5. So it comes in this nice looking navy blue packaging, which has got a few dents from being in transit, but I hope that doesn't actually affect what's inside the box. On the side here, we love photo, and we've got the Asus logo at the bottom of the phone there. Looking at the back here, we've got some information about the phone itself. So this is in Meteor Silver color. It's an LTE dual SIM phone. It's got a Snapdragon 636, so it's a very power efficient processor. Got 4 GB of RAM, 64 GB of built-in storage, which can be supplemented with a micro SD card. It's got a 6.2 inch Full HD IPS LCD display, and it also comes with a headset and a bumper case as well, which is cool. And it's also got twin cameras. We've got an 8 megapixel and also a 12 megapixel camera. Let's get into the box and see what this is all about. Okay, so we've got the Wheeler photo tag yet again, so we'll just pop that to one side. So there is the phone. I do love these little pull tabs, so cool. Nice attention to detail. And we've also got one here. So it looks like we've got the USB-C cable, so let's take this out. Looks like it's come undone whilst in transit. Also got a pair of in-ear buds as well, which do look quite nice. I've got some replacement ear tips for the earphones, UK adapter, and a fast charging power brick as well. So that rounds off everything in the box. We've got a bumper case. These are serviceable, but it is nice to have one included in the case. Got some IMEI information, and that is pretty much it. So here is the phone. So it's just got some information. So AI powered dual cameras, AI powered Qualcomm SD636, and ultra slim bezel all screen display. We've got 90% screen to body ratio as well. So let's just take this out of the packet. iPhone 10, anyone? That's like a backhanded compliment if you like. Has it got a pre-applied screen protector? I can't really tell. Nope, there is no screen protector applied. And wow, look at that back. That is beautiful. I love that shimmering effect you see around the fingerprint sensor there as well. Beautifully done. Very, very nice. So we've got the dual camera setup at the back here. We've got a twin tone flash. We've got the fingerprint reader. Looking around the side rails, we've got a power key. And we've also got the volume up down rockers. On the left hand side, we've got looks to be a noise cancelling microphone, and we've got the dual SIM slot. Also nice to see we've got a 3.5mm headphone jack, downward firing loudspeaker, and a micro USB-C port there as well, and also a second microphone, and there's a third on the top. Wow, 3 microphones. That's cool. Let's use some pretty funky noise cancelling. The top here, now I do know this phone does have stereo speakers, so this is the earpiece stroke left speaker. And we've also got the front-facing camera and what looks to be a notification LED there as well. Can't see any of the sensors, but it's very hard to see them. They're nicely concealed. We can just see in the light there, we've got the notch at the top of the display. Not too obtrusive, a bit wider than what we got on the OnePlus 6. However, it is a nice job at a notch. If you're going to have one, you can see there it's slightly narrower than what we've got on the OnePlus 6. So that's cool. So let's fire this bad boy up and see what it's all about. So I have read already, doing some research on the phone, that it does use a more stock Google ROM than it has done previously. Previous Asus phones have had a lot of Asus bloatware on it, whereas this uses a much more stock ROM, as can be seen by the splash display coming up there. So we're just going to go ahead and set up the biometrics. So we've got face recognition, so we'll try that first. So let's register my face. So here we go. So let's just get my face underneath here. Cool. This is the main home screen, so it's pulling some data down in the background with some of my apps. Now you can see here, so Asus have put a very light skin over the top of the phone. One thing I did notice when I was going through the menus is this looks very much like a Samsung Galaxy S9, almost literally icon for icon. There's nothing wrong with that, like I said at the start of the video. Even though this looks like an iPhone 10, you can see that as a sort of backhanded compliment if you like. And same goes with the UI as well. Again, we've got these sort of more stockish notifications here, but this menu drawer is very much like the Samsung Experience UI. And again, that isn't a bad thing, and I don't want to dwell too much on all of that. So we just swipe up from here. So general responsiveness is very, very nice. I've got to say that. It's very, very snappy. And considering this is running the super efficient Snapdragon 636, that is not a bad performance at all. The screen itself, I've got the auto brightness turned on at the moment. So if we just switch that off, we just put up the brightness there. That screen is plenty bright, if you ask me. That's a really nice looking display as well. After being used to AMOLED display for so long, this IPS LCD display is excellent. Nice uniform color, so off-axis viewing angles You're never going to look at a phone like this, but for the purpose of the unboxing, I'll just show you the color shift as we go off axis. So we've got to go ahead and set up the fingerprint. Okay, so let's see how accurate this is. Let's just locate the scanner. Make sure we get most of my print on here. We're done. That is it. So we'll add some more later on. That is pretty quick. Slight delay there as we register. Very slight, not as quick as some other handsets, but not a bad show at all. So let's just take a look through the menus. So at the top here then we've got network and internet, that's what speaks for itself. So then we've got the sound menu, so this allows you control over your notifications, alarms and your media such as music. And then we've got AI ringtone, just the ringtone volume of incoming calls based on background noise levels. So that would account for the 3 microphones. We've got one here, and also one at the bottom here as well. Now, and then we've got the audio wizard. So this is for when you're listening to music and you've got your headphones plugged in either by the USB-C port, or you can use the standard 3.5mm jack if needed. So we'll just skip out of there. We've got our storage, so 20% of this is used. So out of the box, we've got 51.64 gigabytes available of the 64 gigabytes that's already on the phone. We can also install an SD card as well, and that allows you to bolster that, I believe, up to 256 gigabytes. I may be wrong, but that's what I've read on the press blurb. So we've got our batteries, we've got 57% brand new out of the box. We've got a number of optimization settings there as well. So we've then got the display. So this allows you obviously control over the brightness. So if we go down to that, so that is very, very dim. So up at around about 50%. I mean, that's legible. When you look at it straight on, that's absolutely fine. If we sort of turn that up, it does get plenty bright. So this is an opportunity to check out any clouding on the LCD panel. Very, very slight clouding right at the bottom of the display here. Nothing to shout about, but that is a nice, clean looking LCD display. The whites are white and it looks very, very nice. So they've got adaptive brightness, so this obviously optimizes brightness level for available lights. You can also hide the notch as well, so don't have any issues with the notch poking out from underneath the top of the display. As much as I dislike the notch, I've kind of learned to love it over the last couple of months or so. Just leave it there. It's obtrusive, but it's not a deal breaker for me anymore. And then we've got these screen color modes then. So splendid indeed. We've got color mode here, so we've got it set for a wide color gamut. So we put on standard. That personally is better for me. So let's just show you the difference. If you can see that, look at the fruit at the top of the screen. Punchy, vivid colors, which look completely unrealistic. And then we go to more standard look, and I think that looks a lot more realistic. So I'm going to be using that. So we're just going to try some music now and see what these stereo speakers are like. Bad actually, not really loud and not very bombastic, not much bass. But one good thing I like is that the sound is uniform between the left and the right speaker. The Galaxy S9 seems more powerful from this speaker than it does from the earpiece. Only slightly, but you can tell that it's doing that. So that is nice, that it's got a nice uniform sound across both. Now it has got this outdoor mode that you can put on as well. So this makes it louder. Oh no. No thanks, no, we'll stay off that. So that is how the speakers sound. Again, this is a mono lav mic, so apologies you can't actually hear the stereo effect. It's very difficult to recreate as you've got a binaural microphone anyway. So really looking forward to using this actually, just by spending 5 minutes with the phone. It does feel very responsive and very snappy. You hear that word a lot, snappy, but it does. It's very, very nice indeed. It's very responsive and everything is smooth as well. Nobody told you what the internals were. You'd be pretty pushed to guess that this is a Snapdragon 636. You'd probably think it was something a little bit higher. The design is wonderful. I really do like this design, even with my grubby fingerprints all over the back. I do wish they'd had a built-in screen protector on the front there, but you know, £350, you cannot expect everything at this price point. So one last thing I wanted to try out is the camera. So we'll just use one of these fake potted plants as an example. So the camera UI, it's not stock at all. It's not something I'm used to. So we've got the wide angle. It's got the wide angle camera. So we'll just show you the difference. Main camera and wide angle. Yeah, the focus is pretty fast. Nice. It's basically telling me it's plantation or food. It's got a little knife and fork or plantation. How quaint. So that's not bad. Again, I'll do a more detailed camera test for this Mr. West style very, very soon once I've got to grips with how the phone works. But that's not bad. The focus is really fast. Let's take a quick look at what it looks like in its supplied case. So again, it's a very bendy bumper style case, but a case is better than nothing. So let's just pop this in here. and that is serviceable. It protects the camera bump as well. Yeah, it's got a raised lip so the cameras are protected, so they're not flush. Yep, allows good access to the fingerprint port as well, and all the buttons are nicely cut out on the side, and the microphones as well. So that looks nice. So that is the Zenfone 5 unboxing and quick first impressions. I love the look of the phone. Again, that design on the back, that is stupendous. So that's it. That is the unboxing of the Zenfone 5 done and dusted. If you've got any comments or any questions, please leave those in the comment section. I will do my very best to get back to you as soon as possible. If you enjoyed this video, then please don't forget to leave a like on the video, and also for updates on this phone, including some photo samples and photos of the phone itself, following my social media channels showing on the screen right now. And so you don't miss any updates on the Zenfone 5, including camera samples, please consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss this and more great content coming soon. But for now, my name's Mr. West. This has been my unboxing of the Asus Zenfone 5. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.